Aloha. Thanks for tuning in to Let's Talk Energy, where we discuss all things energy on Maui, Molokai, and Lanai. I'm Kauiawai Dixon, your host for today. For myself and many of our co-workers here at Maui Electric, our job of providing electricity to power homes and businesses really goes well beyond that. It's about powering lives, and it's about empowering people. That's just as important. So on today's show, we wanted you to meet a few of our community partners who each in their own right dedicate their time, their effort, and sheer passion to providing services that improve the lives and enrich our community. Joining me today is Carrie Luna Nunokawa.
Hi.
Welcome, Carrie.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you so much for being with us. So Carrie is actually a new chief.
Very new. Very, very new. End of
At
April.
the helm of Maui United Way.
Yes.
As of April.
Yeah, end of April.
Yeah.
So just a couple months. I know. It's been exciting. Crazy
Absolutely.
ride, but so fun. Yeah.
Absolutely. And Maui United Way does some amazing work for our community. Tell us a little bit about that.
So Maui United Way, our mission is really to empower our community to really enrich the lives of the people of Maui County through caring partnerships. And we do that by partnering with various nonprofits in our community and helping them to provide necessary and vital programs to our friends, our neighbors, our family that need some support and help along the way.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So many good things.
Yeah, so
right?
we actually work with 35 different partner agencies providing 36 vital programs in our community, which is great. So we just finished our allocation process, and that's for the 17-18 year, and also goes on to the 18-19 year. But we're starting our campaign to fund our programs again. That's going to be coming up in September. So it's a little quiet now before the big rush of campaign season coming up for us.
The reason why we support Maui United Way has a lot to do with the plethora of entities and the number of lives that they touch throughout our community. And
this is really the biggest bang for your buck because we assure that your money, 99 cents of every dollar stays on Maui. So we assure your money are going to the vital programs that are proven. Our partner agencies are required to actually submit reports to make sure to account for all the money that we allocate to them and to provide the necessary data that shows that they're really reaching the people and making a difference in our community. So it's kind of like the Better Business Bureau of nonprofits because we only fund really the ones that are providing the most vital and necessary resources for our community. So it's a really great way for people to ensure that their money is going to the right programs.
Absolutely.
And helping the most people.
And staying right here at home.
And staying right here at home. And we're
your own neighbors
so grateful to Maui Electric and our partnership. We had some fun events in the last couple months.
Yeah,
together.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So for the benefit of other local companies out there, who are possibly looking at different options of, supporting different entities within the community, I will say that, Maui United Way has been a great partner, and I've said that before, but one of the things that they make it possible for us to do is they actually make it possible for us to arrange a direct payment from our employee payroll.
Yeah.
So it's super simple for them, and our employees actually give straight from their pocket, straight from their payroll.
Yes.
It's a great thing.
And they can also, if they have a certain nonprofit that they're very passionate about, their whole donation can be designated to that specific nonprofit, or it can be spread out, or it can be towards the general fund where it'll be spread out amongst the 35 different agencies or 36 programs.
Yeah. Right, and we alluded to this a little bit earlier, that there are a couple of annual events that we do as a company each year. And of course, just like anything else, it really does take partnerships of the community. So it's not really, it's really not just about Maui Electric. It's about, for example, our keiki tilapia fishing tournament.
Oh my gosh,
which
so
is
fun.
Huge, right? Which is huge. Yeah. I mean, each year we have, we usually take in about 600 to 700 keiki.
Yeah.
And then you add on their parents.
Out like the first day.
And their grandparents and their aunties and uncles who are there from 4 o'clock in the morning
know.
It's simply
With their
insane. So if you
lights.
have not been there, I'd encourage you to get out. We just
It's so
had
fun.
Yeah, we just
So,
did
so
this
fun.
year's fishing tournament about a month and a half or so ago. Raised some great money, partnered with some great entities.
And we had so much fun. So it was awesome. So thank you so much. We were so grateful because it was not just a great way to raise money, but it was such a fun way to reconnect with families and friends. So that was awesome.
No, thank you, and thank your staff as well.
Yeah,
for
our
all that you
staff
guys
is amazing.
do. Truly a great partnership.
Yeah.
And of course, the winner is our community, and successful communities moving forward is really what it's all about.
And it's so important, especially with Maui community. I feel like Maui, we're really different from the other islands. We really band together. Like when one part of Maui does well, like we're all very excited and happy for the entire island, because it's really about, we represent Maui, and it's very different on the other islands. They're not quite like that. And so I'm really proud that we're very community oriented, and that's the way we're going to move forward, is by working together. For sure.
It's going to take synergy. And I know there have been several, probably hundreds and thousands of heartwarming stories, and as far as some of the agencies that you've touched and some of the people that you've touched. Tell us one of those stories.
So there's so many. Yeah. I actually utilized Women Helping Women many years ago, and I'm so grateful to that organization. So is our daughter. But going through the allocation process, one of the things that the agencies do is they come in and they do an interview, but they also bring a testimonial. So we had 35 different interviews on within 2 weeks. And every day, I think I cried about 5 times, because during all the testimonials, they're so heartwarming and so touching. And these are real friends and family in our community that have utilized all of these programs and services, and it has made such a difference. One of the biggest stories, I think, for me was from Malama Family Services, and they're an organization that help women who are having substance abuse problems, but they're also with child. And I guess because I'm Hapai right now, so it even hit closer to home. And the director at Malama is actually one of the products of that service. And she utilized those resources and turned her life around for her and her twins. And now she's running Malama Family Services. And what better way to tell your story, because you are the product of that organization. And I just have so much respect for her and what she does with the women and the babies at Malama.
Yeah, no stronger testimony.
Can I also plug the Ahui Ho
Please
Fund?
do. Yeah.
So
this is a new program,
This
right?
is a new program.
Yeah.
So we actually campaigned for that last year. In our campaign year, it was called the Ahui Ho Fund, and it was specifically we raised money designated to our displaced HCNS workers. So we have money. Matson was so generous also in donating to that fund, Alexander and Baldwin, and all of the many people in our community that bought merchandise, the Ohuiho merchandise, pictures, t-shirts, hats, all those things. So thank you so much, but we're really reaching out to our displaced workers, and call us at Maui United Way, 244-8787, and we'd love to help you, because HCNS actually, I don't think people really realize this, but they were one of our biggest employee contributors for the last over 40, 50 years.
Yes.
And every year, just HCNS workers now, committed to Maui United Way anywhere between $40,000 and $50,000. And that's from their own paychecks. So all the sugarcane harvesters, the welders, everyone, the guys who drove the truck, they all donated part of their wages to Maui United Way to help everyone else. So now it's our turn, and we really want to help our HCNS brothers and sisters, grandmas, grandpas, uncles, aunties, everyone. So please call us at Maui United Way. We'd love to help you, 244-8787.
Absolutely. Such
Thank
a great
you.
cause, and really just about giving back
For
and
sure.
keeping that circular giving, yeah?
Yeah, absolutely.
Thanks so much, Carrie.
Thank you,
Thanks
Kaui.
for
It was
sharing
so
that with
fun.
us.
Thank you
Absolutely.
for having us.
Thank you so much. And thank you for tuning in to Let's Talk Energy with Maui Electric, where we talk about all things, and not just energy, but about supporting our communities and why that makes sense and why that's important. So after the break, we'll actually be talking with the Boys and Girls Club of Maui. But before that, here's a glimpse of how we're nurturing the next generation of scientists and engineers through our STEM programs. So STEM, science, technology, engineering, and math.
My name is Kim Baitulala, and I work as an engineer 2 at Maui Electric. I can be classified as a substation engineer. I was about 9 years old when my mom bought me my first erector set. That was pretty much the day I put my dolls down, got super nerdy, and loved to build things and troubleshoot. The 3 STEM education events that I am involved with every year would be Introduce a Girl to Engineering Day, IGD, Hawaii STEM Conference, and the Maui District School Science Fair. Being born and raised a Maui girl, we didn't have STEM identified programs like various conferences to attend. So entering college, I was only one of 3 girls in my electrical engineering classes. But nowadays, more girls are getting involved in STEM-related fields and careers, and it can be attributed to programs like these. And sometimes girls need that extra push, someone to tell them, you can do it too. It's not only for boys. And now having 3 little girls of my own, I am super excited for them that they will be given the chance to partake in these super fun events.
Welcome back to Let's Talk Energy, where we discuss all things energy on Maui, Molokai, and Lanai. As a reminder to all of our viewers, we really want to hear from you. This show is about educating, it's about knowledge. So if you have any energy-related questions, you've got future topic ideas for a future show, send them to us at letstalkenergy@mauielectric.com. So we all live, work, and play in these islands we call home. And our Maui Electric Ohana is extremely committed to doing our part in helping to take care of the people and the communities on all 3 islands, Maui, Molokai, and Lanai. So our focus today is the community and community partnerships, including those who help to mentor and guide our next generation, who one day will be given the key to the kingdom and tasked with caring for our islands. One organization that is doing just that is the Boys and Girls Club of Maui. So joining me today is Kapono Naiole, director of the Paukukalo Club. Kapono, welcome.
Well, thank you for having me.
Just tell us a little bit about the club. Tell us about things that you guys do and your work day in and day out.
Happy to. So the Boys and Girls Clubs of Maui is a youth development nonprofit organization. We have 6 clubs across the island of Maui, and we reach about 9,000 youth annually out of all those clubs. Our clubhouses are really just a safe place for kids to come, where they can learn, have fun, build some social skills. We believe that every child will grow to be successful if given the right guidance and opportunities. We are open to all the youth on Maui, as long as they're not in school. And we charge $5 membership for the year, or $10 for a family. So it's a really good benefit for the community.
Yeah, and I will say that if those of you you're listening to this conversation, you're hearing about the Boys and Girls Club. It's not just an after-school hangout program.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, there's so much more. When I first joined the board, and I got a tour of their central club, and I was just absolutely amazed at their facility. Kids come in, there is a room, a study hall of sorts with computers. There's a weight room, there's a kitchen facility, there are games for the kids. I mean, it's incredible.
Oh yeah, just about all of our facilities have tons of stuff for kids to do. But most importantly, of course, homework comes first.
Of course.
And that's how they get the privileges to be able to use the rest of the facilities, the weight room, the movie room, computer labs.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely a lot for them to do there every day.
Structured priorities. Absolutely. Yeah, that's critical, especially in raising kids of today. Yeah, with so much going on, parents are so busy. That's so important that schoolwork comes first. As a state, we have and we talk about this quite often here on Let's Talk Energy, super ambitious goal of getting to 100% renewable energy by the year 2045. So when we talk about our youth and we talk about Keiki, and particularly we talk about the Boys and Girls Club of Maui, helping these kids to grow, making sure that they're knowledgeable. And for us as a utility, growing kids into future engineers and the future scientists and the mathematics and those professional positions that we need to really take that baton and carry us forward to the next step. I understand that you guys have just launched a new program, a STEM program.
Yes.
That does exactly this. Tell me a little bit about that.
So with a partnership with Maui Electric, we were able to start a new STEM program at our club where the idea was to get kids involved, middle school ages, so 6th, 7th, 8th grade. Mm-hmm. And what they're doing is they're working with Lego Mindstorm kits, creating and building programmable, movable robots. The idea is pretty simple. We use tools like Legos to get them to understand simple machines and mechanics. And it's easy for them to figure out. And then, you drop the word Lego and you get, all their interests to spike up. We're working with about 20, 25 kids. We're doing it at least 3 times a week. And it's one of our most popular programs. And luckily I have all the kids to help me because I can't build it by myself.
Yeah, such an important movement toward a future that's going to need a lot of advancement in as far as these disciplines. Yeah, the science and technology and math disciplines, engineering disciplines, really, really important. So the work that you guys are doing there at the Boys and Girls Club is just critical in the success of our future generation.
Yeah, the whole reason why we're doing this is to build their critical thinking skills and hopefully get them interested in the STEM fields, because we know that that's going to be a huge thing coming up, especially for the goals that we have in Maui County.
Right, and what's key as well is in these disciplines, we typically will see males, dominantly males in these types of positions. I know at Maui Electric we have several women. I was going to say girl. Yeah, they're girls too. We have several women engineers. They do an amazing job. They love their job. So part of that is just empowering the girls as well. If you're interested in engineering, if you're interested in any of the sciences, go for it, right? And the Boys and Girls Club can certainly help to get you in that direction. So Kapono, tell us how folks can learn a little bit more about the Boys and Girls Club of Maui.
Oh, okay, there's a bunch of ways you can do that. You can come by any one of our 6 clubs anytime. We'll be happy to answer any questions you have. You can also come to our Little Chef, Big Chef event happening this October. That'll be a lot of fun. And then we also have a website online, BGCA Maui, or bgcmaui.org. You can find membership applications, locations, events, everything will be on there. And anytime you want to give us a call, we'll be happy to answer any question you guys have.
Perfect. Yeah, so again, nonprofit organization, so really, really could use the support of our local companies. That would be great. He did mention an event that's coming up in October, Big Chef, Little Chef. Little Chef, Big Chef. Great event, great opportunity to sponsor, and just so much fun for the kids. So up next, stay tuned for Getting to Know Miko, where we introduce you to the faces behind the poles and the wires and the phones. So today we'll introduce you to Leo Lunario, who's a planning engineer in our system operations department. Pono, thank you so much for joining us.
No, thank you. Happy to be here.
Hi, I'm Leo Lunario, a planning engineer with Maui Electric. I was born in San Mateo, Rizal in the Philippines, and I moved to California when I was 10 years old. I grew up north of San Diego County, where I graduated from UCSD with a bachelor's degree in electrical engineering, and then I later got my master's degree in engineering from UCLA. Some of my fondest memories growing up are playing cards and watching Laker games with my grandpa. I met my wife when visiting a close relative here in Maui, and now we are both very happy to say we have a 17-month-old daughter. My wife and I love to travel, so we try to plan a trip annually. I also enjoy the outdoors, and I like to spend time with my family. I try to go on walks with my daughter around our neighborhood, the park, or a nearby hiking spot. I started working with the company as a designer engineer. I was working for the power supply department for just a little over 2 years and transferred over to system ops. In my current position, I work on collecting system data and performing calculations on that data. My job is basically to make my coworkers' life easier by organizing content and develop methods that others can use for their analysis. The higher level goal is to find ways to make our system run more efficient and as economical as possible for our customers. I enjoy working for Maui Electric because of the variety of projects and learning more about the company. The culture here is based on community service and a family-like environment, which is fun to be part of. I'm Leo Lunario, and thank you for getting to know me.
Thanks again for tuning in to Let's Talk Energy, where we discuss all things energy on Maui, Molokai, and Lanai. Today we're talking with some of our community partners who are really instrumental in improving the lives of those in our community. One of these partners includes the folks at the Maui Economic Development Board. So joining me today is Lori Bassa, who is a project coordinator at MEDB, and our own Greg Kresge, who is at the helm of renewable energy as the Director of Renewable Energy Services. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you.
Yeah. So Maui Electric and Maui Economic Development Board partnered in a project, and that project was called Jump Smart. And one of the true successes of this project was really the partnership beyond within our community and even beyond the nation. It was really about partnering globally with a company called Hitachi from Japan. So, Lori, tell us a little bit about that project and how
Certainly.
that was instrumental. Yeah.
Certainly. So MEDB has been very fortunate in being able to work with, like you said, international companies such as Netto and Hitachi, but also local companies such as Maui Electric and the County of Maui. But I think the success of the project really came from the community support and the desire to learn a little bit more about how they can help with our energy goal of 100% renewable. And I think just finding a different source to be able to be more sustainable. So the volunteers had a lot to do with the success of the program, as well as our partners. So it was a very exciting project that was well received. And we're very excited that moving forward, that MEDB is still working with Hitachi on working on sustaining the electric vehicle infrastructure, as well as creating, again, a sustainable business model to be able to benefit the EV users. So right now we're working with Hitachi and allowing other makes and models, such as Kias, Teslas with the adapter, to be able to use the 13 local fast charging stations throughout the island.
So Greg actually was one of the early adopters of electric vehicles. And when I say he's the Director of Renewable Energy Services, we all try to walk the talk. Greg lives, breathes, RE, clean. So Greg, tell us a little bit about the working relationship, how that's really helped us to try to move forward and promote the adoption of EVs.
Yeah, so EVs is, they're very supportive and symbiotic with our situation that we have right now, which is we have increasing distributed generation through rooftop PV, photovoltaics, and solar energy that comes in that way. In addition, it reduces our dependence on fossil fuel. And there was, when you're looking at EV programs, what Hitachi and Netto did along with MEDB was they built it, and it's like the field of dreams. It's you build it and they'll come, and that's really what happened with Maui, in particular with the Hitachi program Jump Smart and the 48 charging stations that chargers that got installed throughout the island. We saw a real exponential growth in EVs. I have 2 electric vehicles myself. They're fantastic vehicles. I love not having to go to the gas station and fill up. But the other thing too is that it allows us to establish a kind of a load bank during the middle of the day, or to hopefully be able to take on some of that excess energy. And originally under the Hitachi and Netto venture with MEDB, we were looking at wind as one of the major resources because we were having excess wind in the evening time that we wouldn't be able to take onto the grid because the grid drops down, the demand becomes less. So, but now we're getting two parts. Now we've got, not only do we have wind at night, but we have extra photovoltaic during the day. And with about 100 megawatts of installed photovoltaic on the grid, we're starting to try to look for avenues where we can supplement some of that load, being able to go to offset some other things like electric vehicles, which is key. So,
right,
yeah.
Absolutely. And again, this show is about education. And it's about helping our community to just be a little more informed so that you can make informed decisions. And what Greg was talking about, and as far as trying to use up some of that extra energy during times like in the evenings or early morning hours when there's so much wind, but not enough use. So keep in mind that it always has to be in balance. What we use is what we have, and they typically need to be in balance unless you have a storage option, which would be a battery of some sort. So, that said, there's an event. There's an electric vehicle event that's coming up. Lori, tell us a little bit about that.
Yes, we're very excited for this coming event. It's going to be on August 12th. It's called the EV Showcase. And at this event, we're going to be inviting different dealerships to display their electric vehicles as well as hybrids. This will give the community an opportunity to not only see the latest in EV technology and makes and models, but it'll also give them an opportunity to ask questions in regards to battery capacity, range, and things like that through the different dealerships. Again, that's going to be on August 12th at Queen Ka'ahumanu Center from 10 to 2 p.m. So it's going to be exciting, it's going to be fun, and I think the community will benefit a lot from learning all the different types of technology and the different forms of sustainability when it comes to electric vehicles.
Right, and weighing it out as well. It all comes down to cost. So we know, our neighbors, our families, our friends, all of our viewers, that the cost of electricity is pretty high here. We know that, so any way that we can find to lower that cost to our customers is huge for us, and this could be a great way to do it.
Yeah, I'd like to add in a little bit more because we're working really closely with MEDB and trying to do this EV showcase. One of the things that we really want to do is we also want to invite EV owners to come out and show force. There's approximately 800 EV owners on the island. That goes up about 30 electric vehicles a month. We would like everybody to come to the Ka'ahumanu Center, bring your EV with you. We're talking about kind of having all this show of different types of vehicles. And then in addition, Maui Electric has an EV Watt tool, which allows you to go on to a website and our website, and be able to see if an EV is right for you. We're going to be engaging students to help us with that effort. We're going to have students available that we're going to train on this EV Watt tool, so you can come and plug in your existing vehicles, see if there's an electric vehicle that would work out right for you as far as saving you money and on your electric bill and gas. And it should be very educational. It's about having these conversations and trying to break down barriers and see if we can increase that EV adoption rate.
There you go, and help you guys to make, like we said, an informed decision. Yeah, it's all about knowledge, and it's all about knowledge base. So, August 12th, Queen Ka'ahumanu Center, the EV Showcase. Come check it out. So, Lori and Greg, thanks so much for being here.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks, Kelly.
Appreciate your time. Yeah, and thanks to all of you for joining us here on Let's Talk Energy.